And Soto, we're live doing another fantasy football kind of week catch up. And NFL, whatever. Um, week 12 is coming.
Yep.
It's that's two thirds of the way of the season, dude. I mean, before playoffs. That is insane. Like we just started this, and we're just like, oh, let's just do this fun thing. Let's just talk football because we wanted to. We did our fantasy draft live, and I know last year we did every week making picks, which that was kind of a chore, but it was kind of cool because we talked about every game. But it's like, oh, which by the way, I kind of entered our last year's picks, parlays, and pizza. We did have
Yep.
pizza before this. I went to DW Pizzeria in Merrimack, and because we just love, they have like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday special, two large pizzas for $20. So yeah, I brought home a couple
Ooh.
large pizzas, and I was like, "Yep, this is our dinner for the next 2 days." So I'm about to talk sports. I'm like, all right, I'm having fucking pizza. So, oh, what's
Dad, I have something to tell you.
what? You
I
have?
also have eaten pizza.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, so I have eaten pizza, so I am on the same wavelength. Um, but yeah, fucking do it.
But yeah, so here we are, week 12, and I guess we can start things off with the fantasy talk because there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I just don't want to talk fantasy,
Oh,
kind of
jeez.
talk the NFL standings in general, and kind of
Right.
go back to the past. We talked about, we are gonna do a couple fun parlays. We'll get to that towards the end, and we'll just fuck around with that. But Soto, you're kind of. I know you're gonna be like, what it is, but in our 16 team league, it's actually
Yeah.
divided into divisions, and you're at a point now where you pretty much ran away in our division. I mean, no offense,
Me.
you have a 2 game lead. You just need to win one more, and you have the division. And even then,
Wow.
because that's it. Because you have
I didn't even
it.
think about
Because me, I'm on like a 4 game skid right now. I had Ricky
it. Yeah.
Purcell come back and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy helped. Ricky Purcell got me .5 points against you. So I was like, oh yay, thank you. But it was a long shot. But I'm still in the playoff hunt a little bit. But it's going to take a lot of help. But yeah, no, honestly, if you or Dorothy Mantooth loses one, you
Yeah.
have the division. It's done. That whatever happens. So yeah, dude, I would safely say now. I know anything can happen in fantasy, and we are not so. But I can safely say you are making the playoffs. It's gonna happen based on a division.
I have a good feeling. Yeah, that's why I'm not too like tense about it. I'm just trying, dude. My only strategy is I just try to score over 100 points a week. I know that that's a ridiculously simplified like strategy, but that's like what I'm going for. I don't care who I'm going against. It's like I'm just trying to have good weeks and string them together. Because I've lost in round one of the playoffs when I've been leading the whole season.
Yep.
You just never fucking know what's gonna happen. Like all it takes is just one bad week, bad luck, and then like you're done. Like I have just been extremely lucky that I took Christian McCaffrey and he basically has been carrying me, right? He could have easily gotten injured at the beginning of the season and I would be sunk. I took a chance on George Pickens. I thought, as a number 2 wide receiver on Dallas, he would get some targets, but it was kind of like that other tier of wide receiver that I was like, oh, I really felt my wide receiver crew was like not that strong. So I got really lucky there. And I think that's why I don't get too I try not to get too up or down about it because you can know everything about the matchups, but if like Jamar Chase like spits on a guy and then he's suspended, like
Hmm.
how the fuck would you predict that?
You can't. You can't.
Bad
And
luck.
and I'll tell you, you have good flex options too, and I think that's helped because for people listening, or if anyone is even listening, we're in a 16 team league. Well, here's the thing: you joke about
Oh,
you want to hit 100 points,
brutal.
which in a 12 team
Yes.
league, now a lot of people like the average. It's funny because I say that because I just beat a guy like we hilariously like 80 to 70, and people are losing like 150 to 140. So, but like that's the thing, it's just no injuries and just. But in our league, yeah, I mean, I said it at the very first draft. I reached for Genti. I knew there's better options. 16 team, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. He's either going to win it for me
Good.
or lose it for me. And
I
yeah, no,
love that.
he's losing it for me. Obviously, he's not an RB1. and I knew,
Not
but
yet.
like you, because it was also 3 receivers, and then Ricky Purcell goes out.
Yeah.
And obviously, yes, I have T. Higgins, which it's going to kind of help this week a little bit with Jamar Chase out, and Rome, who you remember from season
If
1.
Burrow
So
comes back too, like that's going to be great because I heard that Burrow was practicing in full today, so that should be interesting.
yeah, the rumor was week 14. So people who have held on to him and could make a playoff run, that's good for them because yes, with Burrow coming back, Jamar, and if they're still kind of in contention, which I don't know, that division's kind of up in the air. So who knows? We'll see.
Is
But yeah, no, it's still hard on receivers and who you pick up, and also, yeah, I made a trade because I had a guys running back sitting on my bench, because I had Krosky Merritt and Charbonnet.
Mhm.
I forget, but I needed that 4th receiver and then someone gave me a trade, and I thought Krosky Merritt, he kind of had 2 good weeks. I'm like, all right, he's got the starting job.
Yeah,
And I'll get rid of
yeah.
and then I got rid of the wrong running back because after that, one more good week, and Krosky Merritt hasn't even hit like 5-6 points of that, and so my flexes sucked. And then yeah, injuries obviously. Purdy was injured. Dude, I had to start Jake Browning 1 week. Just remember that
Yeah.
because again, 16 teams. There was no fucking QBs on the waiver. It's not like these 10 or 12 teams. Like, oh, let me just pick up Aaron Rodgers for the week. Oh, let me pick up this. No, there is nothing. You know who the only person on our waivers right now? I think is Cam Ward. And I'm going to pull this up because I'm kind of really curious about it. Like, there is no.
Well, Aaron Rodgers just got dropped.
Well,
But yeah.
he had to because I think he's injured, and he's not
Yes.
playing this week. I don't know if he's injured for the year yet. I have not heard.
Old.
So Aaron Rodgers is still technically on there. Cam Ward, and I'm sorry, because Justin Fields is not starting, Tyrod Taylor is still on our waivers. So if you're looking for a QB in our league, that is your choice. So who would you rather have, Tyrod Taylor or Cam Ward this week? I say that sarcastically.
I don't. Well, I mean, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with T-Mobile. Just because how much worse could he be than fucking Justin Fields? We talked about it, but man, oh man, Justin Fields is terrible. He's not a fucking quarterback.
No,
He
not.
is
a
a guy.
runner.
He kind of reminds me of how bad what's his face was Cam Newton at the end of the Patriots run.
Yeah, Newton.
Like, Newton was awesome. He was Superman, and he was great running. But dude, he threw a fucking lame ass duck fucking spiral. Like, I'm fucking like so blessed with Drake May because I had to watch years of Cam Newton not be able to throw a football.
Years, I think. What was
And
it?
honestly,
Dude, no, 1 year. 1 year.
it felt like years. Okay.
1 year.
felt
Because Mac Jones
like
came in and
fucking
Cam
years.
Newton did not understand the playbook. Mac Jones was teaching Cam Newton the playbook. I remember reading this and hearing this.
Understand football. He didn't understand football.
That's
All of
true.
a sudden. Think about how ridiculous that is. All of a sudden, Cam Newton didn't understand what he was looking at. Like, wasn't he an MVP?
He was, because there was a 1 year. Didn't they make? No, they didn't make the Super Bowl with Cam Newton. He came close, I think. I was trying to remember.
He had the famous fumble that he didn't go after.
Correct, because that wasn't this. Yeah,
But-
he never made Super Bowl. I was trying to remember, but no. He wasn't as good as people thought. Yeah, he was a big, heavy running back. I say heavy, but he could hit, and that just goes to show that was all he was. I think he was just surrounded by a lot of talent too, and you get exposed sooner or later. Newton had a couple great years, like I said, Superman. Blah blah. I know the kids loved him. He was popular, but then you look at him, and we've gone through it. We've watched enough football from guys like RG3, even Michael Vick. They have these flash in the pan years, and that's why I've been saying.
Yes.
And I said this, I said this about Jaden Daniels last year. I'm going to say about Caleb Williams and Drake May this year. I'm like, great, they're having these good seasons differently, but let's see how can that be sustainable. Let's see what happens next year, because Jaden Daniels has been injured. I can't put a lot of that on him, but you look at Penix and JJ McCarthy, that whole draft class. So I still wait a couple years. You can have one great year, but what can is it sustainable? So we'll see.
And then Penix is injured, and JJ McCarthy sucks ass apparently.
Yep. But you know what? It just could be a bad year. But then again, you have Justin Jefferson, that receiving core in Minnesota. They have 2 good backs. They got Jones and Mason. You would think all you have to do is just get it to your playmakers, because Minnesota's got a good offense, and you had them on defense last year. So I don't know how,
I did.
but like that's a high-powered offense. You literally, I know a lot of people say the Bears are loaded because they're trying to help. I'm like, to me, Minnesota is technically on paper out of the NFC North has the best offense weapons. Yeah, because Jefferson's always at the top, and Addison, Thielen, it just was on and on. So it's kind of, it's that. I mean, it works for me. I'm happy. Bears on top of the division. I mean, I never thought I would be saying that, this year. I'm like, I told you, I'm like, listen, they get 9-8. If they make the playoffs, I'm like, it's a good year, even if they lose the first round. Like, I wasn't expecting much. And I know you weren't at first with Drake May and the Patriots. You're like, hey, if they make the playoffs, that's a win. Now, I know the Pats are a little bit more set up. But the funny thing is, like, who knows? This NFL season is fucking crazy. No, you look at the division.
It's wide open.
It's so wide open. The Eagles are still there.
So wide open.
It's the only team right now, just like, ugh. But I will say, I kind of read this stat. There's a lot of stats that came up, but I will say this. I saw that both the Bears and the Patriots are two loved teams. Have the tech as of now has had the easiest schedule, like strength of schedule. Bears, I forget what the percentage was. Bears has faced the easiest schedule, and Pats were like just 5 or 10%, a little bit more than them. I'm like, yeah, but you got to win the games you're supposed to win. I'm like,
you got to win them, dude.
It doesn't matter.
League. Like, right. I agree with you. It's like, that whole thing. It's like, we all know once you get to the playoffs, just like with fantasy, it's all the bets are off.
Yep, just get there.
Like, just get there. Once it gets there, it's a whole new thing, and it's all the strength of schedule stuff like gets thrown out the window. It just becomes like, are you good enough to get to the next round? And that's the same thing that will happen in our fantasy team. Like, my goal with fantasy, besides scoring the points I do every week or trying to, like you, it's just even with like a shitty ass record, just limp into the playoffs. Because once you get in there, all you need is like 1 or 2 lucky weeks, and boom, you're in the championship game. Like, that is just, and that's happened to me like a million times. And I've also, like I mentioned earlier, I've been riding high all season. I lose in the first round.
Yep, I've done the same.
So,
I know I've talked about it. I had one season I was 13-1. I had Brady. I had Ezekiel Elliott. This is years ago on his rookie year, and I think that's why I was looking at rookie backs, because he did me a solid. Like, he went insane. Anyone that remembers Ezekiel Elliott's first year?
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, so I was riding high, and then I had a first week bye, and so I made it to the semifinals automatically. And Brady was playing Pittsburgh, and mind you, he's Brady. But he doesn't get the numbers against some of these teams late in the season, and Brady fucked me. I think he didn't even give me 10 points. And that's why I'm like, I'm never drafting Brady again. You hold the grudge to guys I do not give a shit about you. Dude, I'm just like, because we talk about, you're like, I'm not ever going to, you're like, Chad, I will never do Calvin Ridley again. If I'm thinking about it, just remind me. And I'm just like, yep, no problem. No Calvin Ridley.
Dude, the quick fashion in which I dropped his ass as soon as he got injured, and he broke his fucking leg or some shit like that. As soon as I found out he broke his leg, dude, I don't care. I was hitting drop. I couldn't have done it any faster. I was like, no, get off this team. You're fucking clubhouse cancer.
Oh.
Ridley. Like, dude, no, him, Darnell Mooney, like,
Mooney.
I don't want to hear from these guys ever again. Next year, I'm having, like, I'm not going to draft Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to go on record right now, because I'm not going to bet on Christian McCaffrey on an opposite year. I'm not going to do it. I've gotten fucked, and I'm not doing it. But I'm going to have a much more, like, wide receiver heavy kind of mindset. Be much more locked in with wide receivers. Like, because I felt that was such a pain in the ass for me to, like, manage this year. And if you don't have a wide receiver, either injured and you're trying to go the waiver wire in like week 8, 9, 10, there's nobody there.
Nope. Not in our league. Not in the 16th team league.
Nobody there. There's nobody there.
Like
there's nobody there.
Yeah, I'm already planning for next year, and I know my mindset is like you. Like, I know how many receivers in it when to get a running back. Like, after 4 weeks or 4 rounds, I want this. But I will tell you this: one thing I am going to do differently is, because I know that however the order the draft goes, and we get to pick our numbers based on that, I want the 16th. I want the last pick. And if I can't get that one, I want the 15th, then the 14th, and 3rd, and so on. That's the order I'm going for, because and this is why I was kind of asking questions earlier this year. I don't care. I feel like yeah, I know you like the middle. I'm like, wherever you're at, if you do the first 3-4 rounds correctly, you are fine. It's not that I'm after. It's when it's done, because if you have the 16th pick, because it's 16 team leagues, you have the first waiver wire pick of week 1. And you don't have to lose that. So that was my thought going into this. That's what I'm like, wait, because some leagues do it where it rolls over. So you keep, like ours, you keep it until you use it. You know what I'm saying? Other leagues go week by week. So they're like, whoever's in last place, no matter what happens, they'll always have that first pick.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, so
definitely. I mean, like you gotta play it in ours. You gotta time it out. You're gonna be like, no, I don't want to spend my waiver wire. I want to see if other people grab people, and you can see if you move up. It's worked out for me, dude. I mean, you recommended me to get booty on waivers. That's been huge for me. Yeah, like that's been like, and that was like a Saturday morning waiver because he was going off waivers on Saturday.
Correct, because someone dropped him
under the radar. Like, and that's kind of stuff you got to be like kind of looking out for. Like, you got to just be like, no, I can get value because everybody is going to be putting in waiver wire claims on Wednesdays. But like as the week goes on, like nobody's really paying as much attention on Saturdays and Sundays to those kind of late waiver wire claims. So Booty was, I mean, yeah, he's been injured for the last few weeks, but I can confidently put him in against the fucking Bengals, and I know he's going to be a deep threat. At least there's a chance there for May, because the Patriots have not been as explosive without Booty in the lineup. Like, they've won the games, but like Drake May is going to be the kind of quarterback that's going to thrive with a wide receiver that takes the absolute fucking top off the defense. Like, guys who are burners and who go deep, like this kid is going to absolutely throw lasers to these guys. But you've got to have speed and you got to have separation. But again, you just never know how these random weekly waiver wire things are going to go. And in our league, I feel like if you don't catch on, week 6, 7, like if you don't get some good guys off waivers, as the weeks go on, the bye weeks go on, like there's nobody out there.
No, it's very rare. And it's very hard in a 16-team league as well. Just because, like you said, I think this week the big one for a lot of leagues was Green Bay's running back Wilson, with Jacobs being injured, because not a lot, even in our league he was there, and I didn't think I was going to get him. I mean, I put in a waiver. I'm like, well, it's going to be better than what I have, but yeah, no, I mean, it's right. You got to play the waivers. Yeah, with the Booty, I just brought up the point. It wasn't Booty per se. I just said, listen, I said, because I think you had the first pick, like waiver pick at that point. So no matter what you were getting, if you wanted, I said, is he going to be better than like the others? Who else you have? Like, I'm like, do you want to? Because I'm like, look, and then I'm like, look at the other options, because it falls immensely. Again, you look at like one guy, and you're right, because I'm like, he's going to be kind of a number one guy for Drake May. He is on, the deep threat. Yeah, granted, again, injuries, you never know, but no, that's the thing. Like, you gotta. That's the important about having the number one. Like, is this guy going to better my team? This is what I need. Is there a better option? Because I'm like, someone will pick him up. Because I think I had a low pick at that time. I even told him, like, well, I'll put in a bid, but I'm just letting you know this is a smart thing to do. But that's the thing. Right. That's the way fantasy goes. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't feel like I'm an expert at all. I mean, again, I have a good record, but dude, I've been burnt so many times. How can I feel comfortable?
You can't.
But what's your perspective? Like, are you like still in the game, or are you like just pretty much like
I'm not. No. I know there's a couple teams in our league that have basically quit. Like, they're not setting their line, and that kind of pisses me off, only because I'm still kind of in that playoff last spot hunt, because I believe in our league it's like the 4 division winners get the automatic bid, and then 4 wild cards. So I'm like, if I win out, I'm 8-6, and that should pretty much put me there. I'm the low total. I'm like the second worst in points, which is hilarious because I'm 5-6. But I'm just like, whatever. I said this morning, but just get there. It doesn't matter. So now it's all division, but it's all division matchup. So I'm confident with my team. Yeah, there's a couple guys I should have played against you. I took a chance on Knox because he was the only guy, because Kincaid was out. but Barner, but even those 10 points wouldn't have mattered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I played who I could. I took a chance and I picked up Dortch because I'm like, Harrison's out. I'm like, well, he's gonna, and he got me. He did decent. Again, I didn't defeat you, but now Marvin Harrison's out again, so I can slide Dortch in and just hope. Because even though the projections aren't there, I'm like, he's going to shoot it up. It's Arizona versus Jacksonville, and that's going to be my point to you. It's New England and Cincy. Cincy doesn't have a defense. They are going to try their best to shoot. The only way you get screwed is that the Pats go up 21-0 quick, and then they kind of slow down the game. But if Cincy can get in shootout mode, that's when you're like, well, fuck, all right, this is great. You know, because I hope so, because I got T. Higgins. I want a shootout mode.
I got Chase Brown. I would not mind at all for Chase Brown to score a touchdown against the Pats. You know, that'd be great.
Yeah, but Pats are up 21-0. Chase Brown becomes a little bit effective. You know, so I mean that's where you're looking at now. You're looking at for people doing fantasy, you should be looking at running backs. You know, if you're looking, you know, because obviously now with teams that are automatically making it, it's like, are they going to slow down their players, or teams that are out of the playoff picture, are they going to try? You know, some of these rookie running, because like if you look in Jacksonville, ETN is obviously the number one guy, but now they got this guy Tatum, how we pronounce the name, who put up some numbers. Well, you know, depending where Jacksonville's at, they might try him a little bit more. Or like if you go to Cleveland, you know, Cleveland's fucking out of it, but they're going to start Shadur Sanders. So you know what? It's Jerome Ford worth it.
It's gonna be awesome. He's like, I think he's trending high in the player ads too.
Well, because it's when someone's new, people just like, hey, I'll just hold him just in case. I'm like, I'm not holding Shadur Sanders. I hope the worst for him. I hate
why? Why?
Just the way that NFL draft went, the way he thought he was going to be first round, the way I don't know if you watched the draft, Soto. So first of all, he thought he was going to be a first round pick, which I don't follow college ball enough. Like if he was, that's fine. But he had that room, which is he set up a thing, which is technically more money than what his contract is worth, because him being selected in the 5th round, obviously he's not going to get highly paid, but he had like every team's jersey and hat there just to be ready. Like he was just showing. And don't get me wrong, if he plays, he plays. I'm not denying the skills he has. It's the attitude that he thought he was going to be this all-star player coming in. I'm like, just take the team you get and go from there. And I don't know. I'm just like, when you're a showboat, and again, if there's collusion against the Uncentered, whatever. I know people conspiracy theorists in NFL, yay. But no, I want to see him fail. I just want to see him fail.
But like, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's like the Browns are a shitty organization. Like, and they didn't prepare him to like get there. Like, I get it, right? Ego is not an attractive thing, right?
Right.
But like, what if he's really good? Like, what if he could be good?
And maybe
there's plenty of guys that I hate, but they're good. Like obviously Patrick Mahomes. But like, what if he's good and it's like they're just mismanaging him? Like, you know, he could be. Yeah, okay, I get it, the ego thing, all that stuff. But like, good football is good football, right? Like, I mean, give the kid a chance to do something. Like, don't just. I think it's like he had his first reps with the first team, like in the start that he had, or when he came in. That was like the first time he ever threw these guys, and he didn't do great. But he showed flashes. So, I mean, he's got to be naturally talented in some sort of way, right? I'm not going to...
No, go ahead. No, finish the thought. Hold on. Just finish that thought.
Well, I just want to see, like, what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, he fucked up and he was egotistical, but I'm still kind of rooting for him a little bit.
All right, so Soto, now this is what I'm going to say. We kind of talked about him earlier in this podcast. You know, there's a QB that you just watched this past week called Justin Fields, and he showed signs of brilliance in what he did in college, and you know what he could do in his ability and his natural ability. And yes, he sucks. You know, don't get me wrong. I mean, if Shadur Sanders ends up being good, then that's fine. You know, whatever.
I think he throws a better ball than Justin Fields does.
Oh, you know what? I will give you that.
He can throw the ball. Like, you know, I don't think think Justin Fields can. He just got paid like $40 million, didn't he?
He did 2 year, $40 million. I was so surprised at that contract deal. I was like,
I
you've
am
got
not
to be
getting
kidding.
paid
I'm like,
enough.
okay, whatever. I mean, then everyone's like, well, we know New York Jets are pretty much going to be running this whole season between him and Brees Hall. But you're
Easy.
right though. Here's the thing. Sometimes it does take a different organization, and maybe Shedeur Sanders, it's going to be good for him because you just have to get thrown in there. Cleveland's not going anywhere this year, obviously.
No.
But we'll see. It's just, but yeah, Fields, had what he had in Chicago, and when they got the number one pick again, because Carolina, because they made that monster trade. Some fans were like, keep Justin. I remember that they had a home game and they were chanting that when they officially saw that they were going to, because Carolina lost, giving them the first pick. And I'm just like, we'll see. But then he went to Pittsburgh, and you know what? He did fine in Pittsburgh. He kept Pittsburgh afloat until Russell Wilson came in and got them to the playoffs. I'm not saying they were dominant. I'm not saying they were favored, but he did. So again, now he's playing for the Jets. There's a reason why Mike Tomlin has been a coach for like 19 years. It's like, leave an organized. I mean, but then again, if someone offered me $40 million to play 2 years, Soto, I would be like, yep, that's the most I'm ever going to make. I'm going to be done the rest of my life, no matter what happens. Because think about it, he just has to play one more year. He could just like, you know what, my body's had enough. I got enough money to retire. Whatever.
I'll never hear from him again. Although, I don't know, Jameis Winston is still playing football, so you never know.
Trey Lance is still playing football. Everyone forgot that he was in the same. I think he was I think he's back for the Chargers. His name came up because I was watching that game and Justin Herbert got injured, and they thought he was going to sit and then they showed Trey Lance. Like, oh my God, he's still in the league. There's some of that. Not got screwed over, but Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy outplayed him, and you went from the number 3 pick to Mr. Irrelevant, which was a smart choice for them. But yeah, no one knows what Trey Lance can do.
Mac Jones in that draft class too, right?
Yep, Mac. It was Trevor Lawrence. Jones. Yeah, Mac. Trevor Lawrence went number 1. Zach Wilson went number 2. Remember Zach Wilson? Is he in the league, by the way?
What is Zach Wilson doing these days?
I don't know. You Google it. What was I going to say? Trey Lance went 3, and then later in the draft, that's when Justin Fields was the 4th QB taken, and then Mac Jones fell to the Pats, and that's why they took him. Yeah, Zach Wilson might still be in the league. I mean, I'm kind of looking this up because I am so freaking curious.
He's on the Dolphins?
Is he? Yep. Number 0. That should tell you something.
He's on the Dolphins.
I just
he's backing up this fucking mindless ass quarterback Tua. Oh my God. Zach Wilson is the backup quarterback on the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that is sadly hilarious. So, but yeah.
How has Tua not been injured this year? Tua's not been. He hasn't had a single concussion this year.
Nope, he's played every game as far as I know. I think he's been in every game.
Terrible.
They are terrible, but I think Tyreek Hill got injured, which kind of, not that it killed anything. I just felt like, I don't know, Miami's Miami. They win the weird games. Like, didn't they just beat Buffalo a week or 2 ago? Excuse me.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, but yeah. I the way this NFL season's gone is just surprises me, but I love it because I know we made our picks, and everything's upside down. Everything is just like the division outside of Philadelphia. Because I think I showed you something. Because I think Tampa Bay is still ahead of their division, but Carolina's only a game behind them.
That I don't understand. Carolina is above 500.
Yeah, Carolina is 6-5. 6-5. Just actually 1, 2, 3, 4. They would just miss. They're the 8. They're like they would just be outside of the. They're still in the playoff hunt. Because Lions are 6-4. So like I said, they're kind of close. But yeah, they're half a game out of their division. That is insanely hilarious to me. We all were making fun of Bryce Young, and yet here we are. Panthers are 6-5.
And I'm looking at the Chiefs, and they look like they're in 3rd place in the division.
They are, I think, they are in like 8th overall, so they would just miss the playoffs.
9-2. Oh my God, they are not winning that division. You cannot be 5-5, come back against 9-2. You just can't do it.
But the question is, if the Chiefs actually make the playoffs, could they pull off like that first round upset on someone?
Do they look like they can, Chad?
You know what? I don't know. No, but if you compare what the Chiefs have to a lot of these teams, they at least have the experience. And if you want to again go back to conspiracy with the refs, like you said, it just takes one bad game. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't put money on it, but if somehow Kansas City faced, say, the Steelers, because the Steelers, are probably going to win the division. We'll see how that goes. But I'm like, you're telling me you don't think Kansas City could beat Pittsburgh?
I mean, I'm sure they could. I'm sure there's a shot there. Dude, there's not a very good track record for teams that lose Super Bowls the next year. They usually are terrible. Like it's a consistent thing, except for the New England Patriots. But it is a consistent thing that usually next year that team is not going to have a good year, and they're regressing. They could have easily beaten the Broncos.
Yeah,
like if you're talking about the Chiefs, that you are talking about the Chiefs, and they could upset Pittsburgh and all that stuff, right? Okay, they lost to the Broncos. Bo Nix is not even that great of a quarterback.
Nope, but yet here they are, 9-2. 9-2.
So the defense is awesome, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, like we were talking about, it's wide open. I could see the Patriots losing the first round. Steelers. I mean, the Patriots lost to the Steelers this year, for God's sakes. I don't know much about the Colts.
The Colts Daniel Jones. Jonathan Taylor. That's pretty much it. Jonathan Taylor.
I wish I would have got him this year. But Calvin Ridley really just sunk my team for so long this year when I think about it. Like, would I have lost 3 times if I had Calvin Ridley? Because I started him so many times when he's projected to have like 11, 12 points, and he would get like 2.
Yep. That's what, in my work league, I had Golden for a little while for the first couple of weeks. I'm like, this ain't working. And like, I hate to, because I'm like, I hate to pick Packers and whatnot. I'm like, oh, again, rookie receiver, we'll see. And Packers are just kind of, I mean, I know they're still kind of in it. But
I almost traded I tried to trade Chase Brown for Matthew Golden. You remember?
Ooh. No, you did. You tried for Addison, I thought. Did you try for Golden as well? That I don't know about.
I did offer Chase Brown for Golden. Yeah, I'd like to.
I didn't know that.
I think I was declined.
Yeah, no,
I was like, okay.
I remember the Addison one, and that was declined. And it's funny because
that was a good trade.
I agreed with that one at that back then because I'm like, you both got something you needed.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you checked the chat like in our league, but someone's like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry's on the chopping block or on the trading block. Excuse me. So I actually sent the trade. I'm like, well, let me get feelers. Because I'm like, let me just send a trade. And if he doesn't like it, maybe he can look and at least counter. That's how I look at trades sometimes. So I looked and I was like, because I'm like, if I can put a running back as flex, I have like some receiver depth, not great, but something that I can fill in. And I was just looking, I'm like, I need a spark. So I'm like, all right. So I was willing to send Purcell for Derrick Henry. And the reason why is because Ricky Purcell is going to be on bye week 14. So I'm like 3 weeks of Derrick Henry. So I sent that as a trade-off. And he declined and obviously didn't suggest anything back. I'm like, all right, I guess there's no one on my team. Well, I'm like, whatever. There has not been that. I think we've only had one trade in our league, right? Am I the only successful trade?
I think so.
Do you want to trade? Yeah. Should we just trade 2 shitty players just for the fun of it?
Before the deadline?
Just
be like, that's shitty.
No. Let's just go to our like IR and just trade. I know you. I mean, I there's no one. Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing.
What do you want? What do you want for Tez Johnson? I'll just give it to you right now.
You know what? You could take anyone that's outside of CJ Stroud, but if you can take anyone that's on my bench at the moment, and I'm telling you that now, there's not much of my bench. No, because because that's the other thing. How I got screwed. I chose the wrong running backs because I also had Hubbard, which he did great at first. So I'm like, again, I had these flex and they had these backs.
I can have anybody on your bench.
Well, I say that, but like, who would you honestly look at?
Oh, Coker stands out.
Yeah, see, that's the only one I'm a little iffy. He's my backup in case someone goes, but I'm to the point. Who are you giving up again? I already forgot.
Tez Johnson.
Yeah, but isn't Mike Evans and all them coming back? What's going on?
Mike Evans is not coming back.
Oh, no, Godwin. Wasn't Godwin. Excuse me. Isn't Godwin coming back?
Yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I mean, yeah, Godwin is supposed to come back, but I saw Godwin's leg last year. So, I don't know. I could do Tez. You want Joe Flacco? Give me Joe Flacco.
No. I had Joe Flacco, and I dropped him for CJ Stroud.
I got Tillman from the Browns.
Shedeur Sanders. Your boy started. You could put Tillman in there.
I'm not. No, I mean, that would be hilarious though. If I just left him off and he went off. Let's see. Let's see who's on your bench here.
I say that there's really not much, and I don't know if I want Tez Jones. I would need a running back. I want a little something there, but I don't think they're good because I would also want to make this a fair trade. I'm sorry, what?
You want a running back like what? Like Kimmy Vidal, Imani? I don't think he's gonna be playing much though because this guy Warren Hampton is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's the hard part. When you get down to this, it's just like, let me look at your team as we go. Because now Coker's the only one, but he's still like,
just to have a trade for the deadline. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do the trades. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know this shit.
But that's the thing. Like so many people, like they want to trade. They send something, then you counter offer. They're like, nope, and then that's it. I don't know if anyone sent him anything for Lamar or Derrick Henry. So I'm like, well, I'll give an option because to me, I was like, I didn't want to give up Higgins, especially now that Jamar Chase is out. I'm like, Higgins, yeah, Cincinnati sucks, but they're going to shoot it out every time. And I can't give up Rome. Rome's kind of my number one. As obviously being Bears. But I'm like, and the reason again I said Purcell because he just got back from injury and did 0.5, but I feel like he'll get back into it. But I was looking, I'm like, he's not playing week 14. I'm like, if I get 3 weeks, I'm like, oh, we'll see. But anyhow, yeah, he didn't do any trades with me. Whatever. What the fuck ever. But yeah, no, we're going to week 12, and this should be, I think because you got a 2-game lead. Some guy's 11-0. That guy's scary as shit, by the way. Have you looked at Fly Zone's team?
Michael Charles.
How the fuck has he got this team and these receivers?
When I see people with records like that, I'm like, you're due. You're due.
Hopefully he's doing the playoffs. Screw it now. Just go undefeated and lose in the playoffs. That's the way I see it.
Jigba is a big one. Damn it, Jigba. What a beast he is. Holy shit. He's been carrying his fucking team. Dude, and Jigba is just like a beast of a wide receiver. So that's crazy. Judge Judy? Yeah, I don't really fucking fuck with Judge Judy. His bench is fucking great too.
I know,
Godwin, okay.
He's got Godwin. He's got Dottle with Chubb, and having Dottle on your bench is just freaking hilarious.
Daniel Jones is his backup quarterback. Jordan Love sucks. DJ Moore, how's DJ Moore been doing this season?
Not as good. No, not as good as Rome.
Big game against.
He did. He had a big game, but I think Rome has because let's see, DJ Moore. Yeah, 40th overall receiver.
I mean, this is like a perfect team.
No, but when you have the depth and have the receivers that can at least put up decent numbers, and he's got A-Chain, he's got Cook, and he's got Dottle on the bench. He's
only had 917 points against.
That is true. I mean, if you do look, because he has the Avengers. Oh no, he doesn't have the Avengers.
That is the lowest of anybody in the league. He's got good points for, but he's gotten really lucky with his matchups. So I look forward to seeing Fly Zone Charles.
But he's got the most points. He scored. He not only he has up against the least points, he has scored the most points.
Oh, I didn't look at that part.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're right. He is due. And hopefully it's against you in the playoffs or, something like anything can happen because because we're not going to face him. Let him go undefeated. And like you said, people, you have that one bad week because a lot of these players might not be playing week 15 or 16 or they might be resting if they make the playoffs, but we'll see. Oh
yeah. And Jigba could just go down next week.
That's true. Just takes.
They'd be like, oh, Jigba just has a fucking torn ACL. It's like, oh, and there goes. I mean, he has a guy that's been scoring on average 15 to 20 points from the wide receiver position every single week. That's basically what Christian McCaffrey's done for me.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey has had his games where he only scored 8 points, but when he goes off, he will score upper 20s, low 30s.
All right,
and when you have a guy and you have another guy go off, dude, you're fucking feeling it.
All right, Soto, let's have some fun. We haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
So
I know where this. God no.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple parlays, and first. First, we're gonna focus just on the Pats game. All right, Patriots, Cincinnati.
That's
You know, I mean, we're not going to do all these like from different games and stuff like that. Maybe we'll see a couple, but right now, for the fun of it, so because it's the Pats and because it's Cincy. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, Soto, the line over under total points combined is 50.5. Do you think that's going to go over or under?
50.5?
50.5. So
Really?
yes, 50.5.
Low.
I think that's high. But usually
High.
when they think it's a high scoring game, because think about it, that's a 27-24 game.
Yeah.
You know, to hit the high. So do you think? I mean, I do feel like it's going to be over, but I'm asking you. You know, this is your pick. Do you think this is going over?
Yeah,
or under?
no. I do think it's going to be over. Yeah, I do.
All right. We'll put
They
in
just
the
scored
over on this.
55.
So let's look at is there anyone on this team, either team, I should say? Now, we can either do it one of two ways. Do you feel like any player is going to score 2 touchdowns? If not, just give me someone who will score 1 touchdown. You can choose it. If you're feeling spicy, give me a 2 touchdown player. Either Cincy or New England, can be either or. Or if you're like, hey, this person's just going to score 1, if you want to play it safe, which is fine, because it's all going to add up at the end. But we're looking at touchdown. So how about this? Patriots. Let's start with the Patriots. Who do you think is going to score a touchdown? If you had to pick anyone on the Patriots.
I think Booty's going to score a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson comes back. Vion Henderson's going to take a step back. I think Booty's going to come back. And May's going to hit him for a deep bomb. He's going to go for it.
All right, so we'll say 1 touchdown for Booty. Now, what about Cincinnati? Yep. Is there anyone on the Cincinnati team you feel is going to score a touchdown? Now, mind you, Jamar Chase is out. So,
yeah. Who's their tight end?
Noah Fant.
I think Fant is going to score.
Who I had. Yeah, he helped me out a couple times. I had him in our league. I was going through a tight. All right.
Just when I think about the Patriots, like, you know, the Patriots did get burned by Drake London, but so did everybody else. But I feel like they would get scored on by a tight end.
Okay. Now let's stick with your boy Drake May. You know, we're gonna. Drake May has averaged. Drake May has averaged 257 yards a game. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think he's going to hit 260? Or do you think he's going to go higher? Like if you did increments of 10, starting at basically, we'll say starting at 250, like how high, where do you think, how many yards Drake May is going to pass?
I think at least 280.
You want to go up to 280? Okay.
Yeah. He's thrown like over 200 something yards against hard defenses where he's gotten sacked 5 times.
All right. Now, let's see. The last one, because we only need one more for this. We kind of did touchdown scores. I don't know if we want to do receiving yards. All right, you know what? You hate... Yeah. All right. So I'm just trying to find... There's so many different ones. I'm just trying to find a good one. But we can kind of keep it simple. So I'm going to ask you. You can go away from this one, and I'll pick a different stat. Do you think the Pats will win by 8 points? The line is 7.5 right now.
I think the Pats will win by 8 points.
So you think they're going to win. So if we take the Pats over and then... all right, so hold on. Now I actually have an extra parlay boost, which I'm going to put that in right now. And I'm only betting, because like I said, $1.
$20.
What?
$20. That's what it's going to be.
Hold on a second.
Win $20.
Get back up there. I kind of lost my slip here. There we go. No, this is going to be a lot more if you get everything right. Now, mind you, I added 35% extra because you get the... So all right, so Soto, I'm going to repeat this one last time. First of all, it has to be over 50.5 points, so 51 points total combined. Kayshon Boutte needs to score 1 touchdown. Noah Fant needs to score 1 touchdown. Those are your big 2 picks right there. Drake May needs to pass for 280, and the Pats need to win by 8. If you hit on all of that for $1 bet, I don't know if you want to do 2, because I got 4 free dollars here. I don't know how many. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do 2. I'm going to do 2 on this one, 2 on the next. $2 bet, Soto. If you hit all that, $191. The odds are 9. The original odds are 7 plus 7,000, but that bonus put it up. So a $2 bet will win $191.
That's dinner at Louie Louie.
That's like 2 dinners. No, I'm coming down to eat at that hot pot place with you. Whatever.
Oh, dude, you need to. When I was just there the other day, I was like telling Sarah, I was like, wow, Chad is gonna love this because we went like 4 sheets deep, and I looked at her and I was like, well, if it's all you can eat, like I know somebody who eats a lot.
All right, so let's go. You know what? We did your team. We're gonna go to Bears. We'll talk this out together. So
The Bears.
it's in Chicago, which it snowed last game a little bit.
Ooh,
And they're
this
playing
is a good one.
So I don't know
Yeah,
what
this
the
is a
weather's
good
like,
one.
and Pittsburgh's going to Chicago now. Mind you, we don't know if Aaron Rodgers is playing. That's still up in the air. It looks like he is not, but it's not 100%. So we're gonna stick with this game. So Soto, I don't know if I don't like the over under because with Bears games it's hard. So so I'm gonna stay with that, but I'm gonna talk to you about this. The line is 2.5. So can the Bears or will the Bears win by 3 points? Now, mind you, here's a funny stat. Here's something that I read. Like I do get like on like TikTok and stuff, Chicago Bears stuff, and there is a point that they made and they laughed because again, a lot of people shit on the Bears because they've won like 5 games in the last 2 minutes. Chicago is 2 plays away. Like if 2 plays would have ended up differently, they would be 9-1. But they're also 5 plays away from being 2-8.
Oh my god!
So yes, the one thing the Bears have done is at least won the close games, have stayed in the end, and any Bears fan knows this is not how we've ever won games. It's not something we've done. Yeah. Not since like old school, Urlacher maybe. They thought they were who they thought we thought they were. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, the line is so the question is. Do you think the Bears will win by 3, or do you think Pittsburgh will win or maybe keep it close? So what are you thinking of that? Because the line is 2.5 at the moment.
Jesus, I think the Steelers will at least keep it close.
Will they keep it close within 3?
Within 3, like 3 or less?
Yes. So, yeah. So basically, if I'm saying that because the line is 2.5. So if the Bears win by 2, then they obviously. So I mean, this is tough because yes, they've had those field goal games. So 3 points, but yeah, they just beat Minnesota. Was it 19-17? I think was the final score there. So that's the question. Do you think against Steelers, who may or may not have Aaron Rodgers, battle of division leaders right now too?
If they have Aaron Rodgers, I feel like it'll be a lot closer, but they're not going to, are they?
It's not 100%. It's not looking likely, but he hasn't been officially ruled out. So as of this moment, I can't tell you one way or another. And a lot of people are like, well, are the Bears coming for Aaron Rodgers because he's owned him for so long? So a part of me wants to say they will win by 3, but I don't think like this is higher, like 4 or 5. I'm like, I don't know if I can go that high. But I don't know. What are you thinking?
I feel like the Bears are going to win, but just barely.
We can do all right. We'll do Pittsburgh plus 2.5. So as long as the Bears don't win, as long as the Bears don't win by 3 or more.
Okay.
Now, obviously, hard part about us doing about this on Wednesday, not everything is going to be here. So, and I say that because I was looking at, because they don't even have Aaron Rodgers listed as QBs. So they have like no Pittsburgh because they don't know yet. So I'm going to put it in a different way. Even at touchdown scores, there's only a few options. Do you think Jaylen Warren is going to score a touchdown?
Oh, Jaylen Warren is not looking, he didn't practice today.
Oh, did he not? We'll see. Okay. No, that's fine. So let me ask you, do you think Rome is going to get, because the only 4 touchdown scorers they're taking bets on is Jaylen Warren, DeAndre Swift, Rome, and DK Metcalf. Do you think any of them will actually score a touchdown? Rome? I always feel like Rome.
He's dangerous.
All right. Now, Caleb Williams has averaged 232 yards passing a game. That's his average so far this season.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Against that Pittsburgh defense, where do you think, do you think he can get 230? Do you think he can get 250?
No. Do you?
Well, here's the thing. We can't go, we can go as low as we want. It's just the odds are very different. So, all right. Do you think? All right, let's go. Let's go up. Do you think he can get 200?
200 sounds reasonable. Yep.
All right. So what about 210? Are we going to stop at 200, or do you want to trade two? Because mind you, the higher we go, the better the odds. It's the only reason I ask. If you feel safest
Well,
with 200,
what do you think from your? What do you think from? You've seen this guy play all year.
it's hit or miss. I mean, that's the. It also depends on. I will tell you this: if Aaron Rodgers is playing, I feel like this might be a higher scoring game.
Big
I think
cold, right? Or snowing? Is that what you said?
Say what? It was snow. It snowed a little bit
Everybody
this. I said it snowed a little bit this past Sunday. I don't know what the weather's going to be like
Is it gonna
this
be
Sunday.
Oh.
So, like I said, the weather obviously is coming. So we can stick with 200. But it's also I'm looking at the Pittsburgh defense or their offense because again, if the running game for Chicago gets going, yeah, he doesn't pass as much. So we'll just say 200. There's really not much else for props. I mean, we already think. All right, so let's keep it. We picked Rome, but do you think Caleb is going to throw for 2 or 3 touchdowns, or do you think he's just going to throw the 1?
I would say just the 1.
All right.
I don't feel like he's a multi-touchdown player unless you feel differently.
Sometimes he can be.
Especially if it's going to be cold. Is he a cold weather quarterback?
We'll find out. I mean, he's again. I can't go off of last year. Last year was a very different Chicago team. After that Hail Mary, you're just like, yeah, we quit. We'll quit until the final game.
You sure did.
All right, so there isn't much else for bets here. Again, because that's the hard part. Unless you want to guess an over/under, because their line is 45.5. So, like if it's
That guy should take the under.
You know what? We'll throw the under. I kind of agree with you on that one. All right, so here's what we got: Pittsburgh to keep it within 3, under basically 45 or under. Rome gets 1 TD. Caleb Williams gets 200 yards. I do not have any bonus to go with this one because I used it for the. So if we bet $2, because that's the other $2, we will win $44. So
I'm okay with that.
Yep. So we'll put that in. Lock that in.
PlayStation fucking network cards right there.
That is. All right. Let me go back and we'll do. I have 42 cents in here, so we're gonna just fucking use it all. And this is our last one. I have to get back, so I kind of lost it. NFL, where are you? All right, we're not going to go through every game, but let's look at the 1:00 games. And I just want you to pick a winner.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. Pick a winner. Who are you feeling? So obviously, I mean, I know we're going to go, but we're going to put official New England at Cincy. Who's winning?
New England at Cincy? The Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree. I'm just, like I said, we'll make Giants at Lions.
I feel like the Lions have got that one.
Yeah. Seattle at Tennessee.
Seattle.
All right, this one. The Colts at the Chiefs.
Ooh.
Now I will say this: Chiefs are favored according to the odds. Kansas City is favored. Doesn't mean a thing, but they are. This is probably actually the closest matchup. I can't even do the other one. Well, I can. It's just the odds might ruin it. But anyhow, what do you think? The Colts at Indianapolis. Go ahead.
I'm thinking the Chiefs. But I tell you, man, if the Colts go into Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs at home, the Chiefs are cooked.
No, 100%.
They're fucking. The Chiefs are cooked, and all of a sudden the Colts are real.
I think the Colts are. I think the Colts are kind of real. I don't know. Well, it depends on you. The Colts will make the playoffs. Yeah. Okay.
Like if they can beat the Chiefs on the road and go into that hostile environment, like. That's the Chiefs Super Bowl. Like, if the Chiefs lose that game, the Chiefs are done for the year. I'm going to call it right now.
Yeah, we'll see where the standings are. This one's you know what? It won't change the odds too much, but we're going to do it because we said New York Jets with Tyrod Taylor at Baltimore.
God, I'm going with Baltimore on that one.
I figured you would. We just talked about this game. Pittsburgh at Chicago.
I'm giving the Bears the edge.
By 1 or 2. All right, the last game, and this could cook one of these two teams for good. Minnesota at Green Bay.
At Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm
God,
agreeing. I'm leaning towards Green Bay. Don't get because of the
me too.
records. I want Minnesota to win, but again, if I by putting money on it, I would have because yes, Green
Defense.
Bay's got a better record, and JJ McCarthy is went on some down roads.
And
But
defense plays really well at home. And you're right, JJ McCarthy sucks ass. So Green Bay.
all right, so let's see. Let's get there. What did I have? 42 cents. So yeah, the odds are there a little bit. My God, doesn't feel like a lot. I will tell you this, Toto. This, wow. Wait, did I do that wrong? Nope. Yeah, we took every favorite team. So yeah, 42 cents would win $3.84. Like,
Okay.
oh fuck it, I'm
Okay.
just gonna, I'm just gonna play. I was looking, I'm like, huh, 527. Did I just make sure I did that? What's this?
Just put your money on the Colts. Be like, let's go with the Colts. And if you know what, if they end up upsetting the Chiefs, we get paid.
Well, okay, hold on. You want? Let's do this then. Give me 1 sec. We got time. We ain't doing anything. Let me erase that. You want to go? You want to talk Colts and Chiefs? We'll make that our third game.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Where I gotta scroll. Where are you guys? There it is. Okay, let's talk about this game real quick. Um, so you said the Chiefs will win. Okay.
Yep.
Over
I feel
under.
like that's the yeah.
No. I kind of agree with you. But the over under for the Chiefs Colts game is 50 and a half. So the same for the Pats and Cincy. They got the same line there. So do you think this game's going to go? Do you think it's going to be high scoring or low scoring?
I feel like low scoring.
So
Ish.
under 50 or under. So yeah, like
The Chiefs have a pretty good defense.
so did the Colts, I think. All right, we'll go under. All right,
Yeah.
let me see what's here. All right, so now this is kind of more wide open. Do you think any Kansas City, if you had to pick a Kansas City Chief to score a touchdown,
Mhm.
who would you pick? Or do you just want to stay away from it? Because that's the hard part with the Chiefs sometimes. But if you had to pick someone, whether to run or
Is it
to.
Rasheed Rice?
You can pick Rashid Rice if you want to for a touchdown. You want to do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you think any Colt outside of Jonathan Taylor? Well, let me ask you. Unless you think Taylor's going to do 2 touchdowns, but outside of Jonathan Taylor, do you think any other Colt is going
Yeah.
to score a touchdown? Or do you
I
think
don't
it's
know. Who's the other weapon? Alec Pierce.
Tyler Warren, Pittman, Pierce, Downs, or do you want to be a little bold and say Taylor's going to get 2 TDs? Or if you want to stick with one, you can. The odds are just.
Let's go with Taylor gets 2.
You want to do Taylor gets 2? Okay. So we got that. Got that. Let's see. All right. TD props. What's this one? Come back. Oh. All right. Let's do. Now I'll give you the choice. No, let's do passing yards. Because Patrick Mahomes has averaged 262 yards a game. That's his average. What do you think he's going to get against the Colts? Now, I would say starting at 250. If you think he's going to get lower than 250, we're going to stay away from this bet. But go in increments.
I think he's gonna. 260 is good.
260. What about Daniel Jones? Now, Daniel Jones,
Ooh.
hold on. Here's the funny thing. Patrick Mahomes, I just said, had 262 and a half. Daniel Jones is averaging 265.9. Daniel Jones is getting more yards per game than Patrick Mahomes. So you ask what Daniel Jones is doing. He's doing something. So again, we'll start Daniel Jones at 230, but do you think 240, 250, or do you think he might go a little higher? Now, mind you, we did say the under. That's the other thing. Doesn't,
That's why I'm like not really feeling the high numbers. 240,
you want to do 240? Okay.
something like that.
All right. So we'll say,
That's right.
you want to say 240 then, or do you want to go down to 230?
240.
Okay. We'll stick that. All right. So now, 42 cents, mind you. That's all I have left. Okay. This is a little bit better. I kind of like doing these one games once. So again, to repeat, 6 picks. Chiefs to win. Under 50
Mm-hmm.
points. Rashid Rice to get 1 TD. We're going to go with Jonathan Taylor to score 2 TDs. That's 21 of the under 50, but that's pretty much all the scores. Patrick Mahomes to throw for 260. Daniel Jones to throw for 240, excuse me. 42 cents will win us $55.02.
Oh, what if we chose the Colts to win?
Hold on. Let me go back.
I would like to it's like if the Chiefs got upset, it would be nice to win some money. But again, we have to hit the other.
So if we did the Colts, hold on, I just changed it. We gained $12 because I think I just said 55. Remember, this is only 42 cents. That's all I got left in there. 42 cents will get us 67.62.
6-7.
Oh God, no, no. Now, mind you, we can switch anything if you want to up something. If you want to try something, different. We can take away the under, but now we're saying the Colts are winning.
I'm not saying the Colts are going to win, but it'd be nice to win money if they did.
Well, it's not just that.
It'd be nice to see the upset and be like, I'd feel like I beat the Chiefs. But you're right. Yes, there are other legs. I get it. But
we're sticking with the Colts winning now.
Funny, I think. Yeah. Why not?
All right. It's done. Okay. And that's why I was asking. I'm like, all right, so we got 3 parlays going in for this weekend.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So this should be very interesting. Yeah, if we hit on your Pats one, we'll put the money aside and do the come down for a hot pot or whatnot. You can show me this place. We'll figure out
you're gonna love it.
Oh, it's food.
Just don't eat.
How can I not like food?
Get yourself ready to eat as food as possible.
Well, so that should do it for week 12. But yeah, another good. I don't know. I'm excited. I love this NFL season, partly because the Bears are just winning in funny ways, and I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if I sent this to you. I know I sent it to a couple people. So I don't know if this got to you, but it's kind of ironic that and I now I'm trying to find the actual thing. But the new Pope said that he's a Chicago fan, and Chicago is now found miraculous ways to win when they.
You have not said that to me, but that is kind of.
I found it. I wish I could find it, but someone's just like, you're telling me, like basically the shitty Bears, who can't win things, the new Popes, and then so I laughed. I'm like, you know what? Whatever it takes. I think I actually shared it on Facebook. I might have thought I sent it to you, but I want to read this word for word. That's when I kind of said something like, doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. Here it is. I'll read this word for word because. You expect me to believe it's a coincidence that the perennial chokers that are the Chicago Bears become the favorite football team of the Pope, and they start winning like this, and it's a highlight reel of like all the last second wins they've had.
The cardiac Bears. Yeah,
I've had about 6 heart attacks now this year because of them. Thanks, I just feel like the Worski super fan skit. Like, hold on here, we're stuck in Chris Farley. Oh, all right. So, but yes, that should do it. Who knows? I don't know if we'll be doing this next week because of Thanksgiving. I don't know what our schedule's like. I know we'll talk about it, but otherwise, I know we got other things going on. But it should be fun. You know what game I'm looking forward to next week, though? Real quick, the Black Friday game. Yeah. Chicago at Philly, or I think it's at Philly, but Chicago's playing Philadelphia. Now, Chicago has gone 3-0 against the NFC East. Philadelphia has gone 3-0 against the NFC North. I don't know what's going to happen, but you said, I don't forget
Black Friday game.
Black Friday at 2, so hopefully it's an easy day at work. The days after holidays suck, and I'm just coming home to watch that. Someone else asked off for Black Friday because I have that Thursday off and that Saturday and Sunday off, so I'm like, maybe I'll just ask for it off, 4 days. But someone already asked. I'm like, fuck it, it's fine. But yeah, Black Friday game, the only Black Friday game, I think it's 2:00, and Chicago and Philly. But if Chicago wants to be kind of like what you said about Indy, if they want to be taken seriously in the playoffs, it's the statement. Because even if they beat Pittsburgh, people are gonna be like, well, it's Pittsburgh, they're on top of the division, but it's fucking Pittsburgh. I think that's the statement win. But we'll see. But Chicago's got Pittsburgh, Philly. They still got Green Bay twice, one more with Detroit, Cleveland.
I will watch that game.
Cleveland and San Francisco. That is what their rest of the schedule's like. So if they make the playoffs,
be watching.
Which one?
I said I will definitely be watching that game, the Chicago Philly game.
Oh, Black Friday? Yeah, so will I whenever I get home. 100%. Maybe we should head to the bar. Have a few drinks. All right. I'm going to stop streaming here. I'm Chad with me, Soda, and maybe we'll see you next week. If not, we'll probably see you in 2 weeks.
Maybe.